Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, "tapping at my chamber door, only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly, I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had tried to borrow from my book surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here for evermore. These are the first two verses of The Raven, a poem full of dark and disturbing images, rife with tension, fear, paranoia, terror, and a yearning for a lost love that has returned to this earth as a ghost. As a poem, The Raven is without doubt more famous and widely known than the troubled author who penned it. His name was Edgar Allan Poe, and his work was directly responsible for shaping the modern horror industry as we know it. He was the godfather of gore, the father of fear, the master of the macabre, and the guardian of the gruesome. Poe was also one of the best mystery writers of all time. However, the most fascinating puzzle he left us was that of his own life. And in the next 60 minutes, we will follow in the great man's footsteps to turn detective. Edgar Allan Poe was born early in the 19th century, yet still his legacy lives on. Throughout this celebration of his life and work, you'll also get the opportunity to hear extracts from his poetry and prose, some of which will be very familiar, but just as terrifying all the same. Edgar was born in Boston, Massachusetts, in the USA, on January 19, 1809. He came from a family of theatre folk, which may explain why he was such an amazing storyteller and poet with a vivid and creative imagination. His mother was Elizabeth Arnold Poe, an English actress whose parents had performed regularly at Covent Garden in London, and even as a tiny babe, she had been taken on tour with her parents all around the United Kingdom. Sadly, Elizabeth's father died when she was 3 years old, whilst they were performing at a theatre in Birmingham, and this was to be a big turning point in her young life. The city of Birmingham itself is at the heart of the Midlands, so named because of the region's central position in the middle of Britain. Today, the city is more famous as the birthplace of Ozzy Osbourne and all the other members of his heavy metal band Black Sabbath. Ironically,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?